Hello everyone, Sargon Destroyer of Worlds here, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Timberborn. Yes, we are here in Rivia, and we have hardworking beavers. The drought is still on, but the good news is, I do believe we have solved our naming issue. I have loaded in the correct mod, I think, so we should have our what are we, Witcher themed beavers. So that is good news. So that is working. So we've got a lot to work on. We are still in the start of the drought. We've got 7.7 days left. Now, as a quick refresher, we have shut down all these pumps here. So we'll try to keep all this water to keep all of this alive. We do have beavers working hard here to try to get this levee and a small dam system built so we can hold even more water. As you can see, we are at the edge of our reach here. Come back on here, you can see a red. So hopefully we'll get all this built. Might have to come around, but we'll see. We will see. Now, if we come up here, the other part of the refresher is we do have our floodgate system here. We are using these two deep water pumps. And there's a bit of water being held that we were able to capture just before the end of the end of the wet season, so at the start of the drought. So we should be fine. And as you can see, even here, this is a little deeper. Now, what we're going to do today is we are going to focus on water and power. Water and power. Power and water, water and power. We'll see which we get more of, but obviously, this is going to hold back a bunch of water. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to add a third deep water pump. And I would love to actually put it right in here as well. Why? Yeah, why don't we? Why not? So let's see what that would require us to do. Come into paths and structures. So I think one platform will do it. Yeah, there we go. We're good. All good. There we go. Now, once we get access to explosives, obviously we can change some things up. But that will be of a good benefit for us. Now, the other thing we're going to quickly do before we get too carried away, we are going to stop emptying this. We will accept planks here again. And if you recall, the rationale is we had planks. We want them more stored up here to help get our floodgate system built. So we're good for now. So I think we can accept planks here. So the next thing to do is we're going to come over here. We have our little power and plank system here. Now that produces 100 power. We require 100 power. So we don't have any extra. But I also want to be a little more efficient here. So I think since we no longer have the panic of getting planks built, we are going to slowly start transforming this area to make it a little more efficient. So with that, we might as well pause this guy, remove him. We're going to remove this. And let's come into our storage. And we are going to put not that one, a medium warehouse. Oh, can we not? Oh, we got to wait for all that to go. Okay, let's prioritize. Please remove those 3 logs. S'il vous plaît. That would be very much appreciated. So the other part of the water while we're talking here is I do want to get the medium tanks. Now we need gears. So for gears, we come under wood. We're going to unlock the gear workshop. That's going to use 100 science. We've got plenty of science at the moment, so that's not going to hurt us at all. Now, wow, there's a party going on in the farmhouse. That is weird, I'm going to say. I'm not sure why. They're all coming in for food, I guess? Maybe? Well, that's not good. We're going to have to see about our food storage and how that is working out as well. Everybody just seems to be standing around. But, okay, let's speed things through. Let's get to tomorrow morning and make things, well, hopefully fixed. Yeah, go to bed. Wake up. Come on. Morning. Let's go, people. I mean, beavers. Let's go. Yeah, okay, so that's removed. So we're going to slow things down to 2 times speed. Come in with the medium warehouse. We can place that here. Now, the other part we're going to do is we did unlock the gear workshop. Let's rotate that around. And I do want to put more storage underneath. So what's the best way to do that? We will see. Okay, while we're thinking of that, this is we're going to come in here and we want to store some materials. What do we want to store? It's not food. Okay, so will eventually be gears, so we'll make this a gear storage. So let's do that. They're going to get that built. So I think the other thing we're going to do with storage then is because we have these small industrial piles, which are these guys right here. But I think we're going to put a large one. So if we look over here, that's going to take up a fair amount of space. So we are going to, at the same time, since we're not in desperate need of planks, we are going to remove these. We might as well pause you for now. I'm going to come in and prioritize the removal of all this materials. And I love this as part of update number 3. The fact that we can save some of our materials, beavers recycle, even the iron teeth, who are more industrial than our folktail brethren. So that is going pretty fast, as is the day. Come on, guys. Can we get this done? We have like 9 unemployed beavers. Lazy beavers. So we need more jobs, which we will soon. We obviously unemployed, I think 4 beavers there. We'll have a 5th beaver coming employed there. So while all that is going on, we do need to figure out how to get up top. So why don't we put a couple of platforms there. Then we can be cheeky and put a staircase right here. And then a path network. There we go. Now the other thing you notice, we are short on housing. So while all that is underway, we can think about our housing situation. We could unlock a large row house or the regular row house. I think for now, we will put a, I do really want to save all that space. So maybe what we're going to do instead is we can stack, and actually this is probably not a terrible idea. Why don't we look at stacking right on top? And then we can put some platforms. So yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to make a little skyscraper there, so... Oop, no, don't unlock anything yet. Do we need the 3? Yeah, we need the 2. So let's unlock the double platform. So I think what we can just end up doing is a bit of a turn. So maybe... Well, actually, the other thing we need to consider while all that is underway, so let's delete this guy. And actually, let's slow things down because this is the important part to get all this back up and running. Why aren't you? Do you no longer connect power? I thought we connected power with these. This must be a change from update 3 that I was unaware of. Ooh, okay. So change of plans then. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's unlock the large warehouse, see what that does for us. Oh, that's not good as well. Are we in a world of hurt here all of a sudden? We are. This... Okay, we need to pause everything then. That is a change I was not expecting. Okay, so let's remove all this. Yeah, that used to. So update 3 changed the rules of the game here. Oh. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That really that really changes things, and not for the better. Okay, so we'll come back in. We can put our lumber mills back. So that was a bit of waste. So lessons learned here, folks. Not good. Not good. So that's all going to get removed. We're going to prioritize the building and of these work sites. Okay, so that's underway. We can also figure out how we're going to get up top. And I can see us as well putting another... what is this? Just a regular barracks there. So this can continue as a double. Then I think we can put a... Oop, not a triple. Wrong way, Sargon. And I think we're going to have to do it like this for now. Unless we remove this, we can remove the logs. And maybe that's what we'll do instead. So we can come up, put our path network in. So this can all start getting built. We can empty this so we don't store logs. So I think we'll just put a staircase there. And we're going to have to figure out a new log solution. So, and then as well, we actually don't need these here. So let's not waste any materials for this. I'm going to extend the workday. Come on, guys. Finish the job. Finish the job. We've already gone through 2 days of the drought. So speaking of the drought, how's our water situation up here? So all of this is drained in 2 days. So we've got a little bit here. It is going fairly quickly. Third pump's about to come online. Okay, not good. Not good. But we have plenty of water. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so while all of this is happening, we are also going to try to do one other thing. There was talk of another water source, and yes, I was aware of this secondary water source up here. I'm honestly not sure I can fully reach it. It would be nice so that we can push some water down here and maybe put some power here, I'm thinking. That would be nice as well. So let's see if we can get ourselves up there. So we are going to... We've got plenty of trees, so I'm not worried about it at this point. We can just push ourselves right across and up. Put a staircase. We would need a single platform and a staircase. And we'll see if we can make it. Otherwise, we might have to make a temporary district. But first things first, let's see how far we can get. Is this paused? Too far? Oh, it would help Sargon if we connected the world. There we go. So they'll get across. And at some point too, I think I'm going to change this into a bridge because you lose movement with each staircase. I think it cost 1 extra movement. Why are you thirsty and hungry? Well, the thirst problem's fixed. We've got tons of food. So you can see we've got plenty of berries, carrots, grilled chestnuts, grilled potatoes. Like these guys got plenty of food, but ooh, we're actually running dangerously low on water. So we will turn on this pump. Make things go a little better. Okay, let's get back up to 2 times speed. Yes, you need power so you can come on and work. That's getting rebuilt. So we're going to come in with our gear workshop, place that there. And we are going to have to figure out a good storage system. Now we've got a lot of space or some space back in here. So why don't we see if we can be a tad cheeky. So if we put 1 storage there, 1 here, and then on top of that, we can put a 3rd. I think this will work. So why don't we do that? So they can hop up here for now. Put a little path. And then we need to come up here anyways. So the other thing I think we're going to do is we'll be a tad cheeky. Or will we? No. Okay. So, yes. Yes. We're going to be a tad cheeky. We will put a small warehouse right here. Or will we? That won't work. Because we need to put a staircase there. All right. So, cheekiness gone. We will, for now, just put in a platform. Staircase. Then come around and up. There we go. So we want this one obviously built first. And then we can make this a hold plenty of planks. We can make this one hold logs. And then this one we can keep as a question mark for now. But probably metal. Yeah, I think metal's going to be the next big thing. Or scrap metal. Okay, we'll leave it empty. We'll make a decision later once that gets built, and we'll see how we are on our resources. We do have an issue. Yes, we need to remove this. There we go. You can be removed. We can come in and please remove those. These are not being built at all. So we also probably should look at a builder's hut. And a hauler's hut, because we do have extra beavers. We've got 5 unemployed beavers and growing. So under labor, we have a builder's hut. So why don't we do that? That will cost us 110 science. And maybe one of the things we can try to do then is can we place that in a spot where it makes sense? And I am thinking if we were to build that here, yes, let's do that. Okay, so that is going to require at least a single platform there. Now we could do platform, but this is where these storage things are grand. So we don't need the small industrial piles, I don't think. So we are just going to do some small warehouses. We can now come in and remove. Okay, I don't want to remove the building. I just want to remove. Yes, the path. There we go. Let's now come back into labor. We can put a builder's hut right on top so they can share this staircase. And that's, I think, going to turn out quite well. So I think from our prioritization, I actually do want to make this a second high priority. I want this construction of the gear shop to be the higher of priorities. Now we are going to run into a power issue. Because quite simply, we just don't have... Well, we can do more beaver power, and I think that's the call for now. So we are going to change the pathing here. We'll come out. We'll remove this for now. And let's see if we can make this at least make some sense. So some power wheels. How many? So you can only really fit 2. So this, I think, is, we're going to make this temporary. I think it's our only move at this stage. Well, only move. It's probably our best move at this stage. So we'll do this. We'll come back into power. We'll put a regular power shaft. And then an intersection. We'll prioritize those so nobody gets stuck. And now we just need to reconnect our path network. There we go. So everybody can access everything now. So we're still shy a little bit of power. We'll be shy 20, so this won't be as efficient, but it's probably good enough for now. We got some hungry... I think we might need to look at distributing our food storage. And maybe that's what we need to look at instead. So if we come back to storage... So it's a large warehouse. But do we have any other regular storage here? And maybe that's what we can do here. Okay, so we've got these that will be built. So what are we maxed out on? Well, we're maxed out on pretty much everything. So let's max out. Let's put some more carrot storage and grilled potatoes. I like those. So let's do... Where is Mr. Grilled Potato? There we go. Make those second high priority along with this. And then we can get... Yeah, because we need all that built so we can get the builder's hut built. That would be very helpful. Next thing we do is power. I feel like I have no priorities, but it's good. It's happening. Things are moving along. And we can now put our staircase in there. Get this built. Yeah, so okay, let's come in. That needs to be built. That can remain a regular priority. That we don't need to prioritize. So we're fine. I think we're fine. Okay, so all that is happening. We can kind of come back over to where we're trying to get up top. We do need to build a single staircase. Connect the path network. We do have a beaver employed over here collecting logs. So maybe what we could do as well is we could just put in a small industrial pile. We can put that there for now, and they can store some extra logs. Logs, 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 logs. So, a lot of things being built. Oh, double check our water. We're really running low. My guess is this is empty. Yeah. So let's unemploy these, unemploy those beavers. There's no point in them working up there if we can find them another job. I don't think we have anything else that's really paused. Oh, we can unpause this gatherer. So that is something they can do. Technically, we also don't need, I think, one of these lumberjack flags. We'll probably get rid of one, but not for now. Good news is this is still being built. They have the logs that they need. They just need more builders. And I think what we're going to do... What? Oh, what is our priority? Oh, my goodness. Well, we actually now have gears being built. That is good. All our planks are going to gear production. But what this was going to allow us to do is 120 science. We can unlock a medium tank. Large tanks are unviable right now because we don't have access to metal. So we can unlock the medium tank and we can look to start placing them now. So I do think we want one down in this area. Perhaps right here would make some sense. Although I wouldn't mind trying to fill this in somehow, at least leveraging this space. Where would it make sense? I think here for now. We can put one here. Because I think we will always at least have some water tanks down here. So let's make sure that's pointed in the right direction. So we can put a single water tank right here. And let's make sure it's assigned as water. Now the next thing we can do is start building out our need for water tanks up here. So this will be a massive storage area. So we can put 3 there, connect a little path, and we can also come in with a small, I keep going back to water because that's where they were, but a small tank here as well. Let's make sure these all are assigned to water. So this will help us get through the droughts. Obviously we want to dam the water, but having much better water collection during the wet season is going to be good. I think we can unpause that, get that built, get that final block in. So we need one more. So there we go. And as I believe I mentioned previously, I think we'll end up using these platforms to be able to climb and get up here. You know, and we'll see how far we decide to climb and what we do up here. We might put some more floodgate systems in because I think we're within range. So the more water we can just end up holding, the better. But this one just might be sufficient enough. So we'll see. But for now, the goal is to get the water held there, and we'll go from there. Speaking of going, are the beavers going up here? Well, the challenge with that is all of our priorities. So I want to know how far we can get. So I think we have to leave it until we get this built. Not connected. Okay, that means we need to high prioritize this wooden staircase so that our new builder's hut can employ a bunch of beavers. I think as well, we'll look to have 2 breeding pods on the go now. Even though we're almost out of water. Thankfully, the drought is almost over. Log situation is okay. But I think while we're talking about the log situation, we need to have a revisit about our log storage. Because we really don't have a lot. So we will have planks and logs. So once this is built, that will basically double our storage. But that really isn't a lot. I want to be able to be much more efficient. So I think what we're going to do is carve out a area for logs. So why don't we do that? We're going to remove this. We are going to come in, and I just need to figure out how big the large industrial pile is. It is a 3x3. So we are going to remove all these trees here. Put this all on a high priority, so we can get a log storage. So that should make things a lot more efficient because, yeah, we're basically maxed up on log storage. So the fact that, yeah, there's a bit of room, but if we can have the logs stored here and then they can be moved when needed, it should, especially until we get a hauler's post, which might be one of the next big things we try to build. Like, we need to get this built. Oh, sorry about the jig-jag. So that is built. We now have a builder's hut, so that is good. So that should drastically improve our building capacity. See, we've got no homeless beavers now. We've got 5 free beds. This will soon be built. So that is fine. And as a reminder, for those that are used to the Folktails, where you just build accommodations and that maxes out your population. With the Iron Teeth, you can have homeless beavers easily by just mass producing and not having enough space for homes. So that's nice. That is underway. Our gear situation. Ooh, we're actually full on gears as well. So we definitely need space for gears. Okay. What can we do? What should we do? Alrighty, that's food. We probably actually don't need these water, because what we'll build, and maybe we'll build on top, but we'll figure that out. So I think it's more important for now to us to have little mini storage here. Oh, is it the other ones? Oh, this is a bit confused. No, here we go. Gears. We're just going to make this gear storage for now. So we do have a water tank here that's currently empty. Now, it is designed to help keep the breeding pods going, but it doesn't truly prioritize any of that. Now, what I want to do before I forget, I want to put a staircase there because that is a path going up. But it is going to be a super low priority at this point. All that's connected and good. All right. Oh, that is out of water. Oh, thank goodness. The drought is over. It's day 2, so we should start seeing. And you can see how long it's going to take this water to flow through. But my goodness. Okay, with that being said, we can start re-employing beavers here. One's going to be a high priority, one will be second priority, and one will just be a normal priority. The other thing I want to do is I do want to prioritize building this medium tank. So we will need planks and gears. And we really now have a plank shortage because most of those planks are going towards gears. That is a problem that we currently have. And I can't quickly, easily solve, especially with the way I designed this. Not the best, Sargon, not the best. And I definitely want to redo this as we get access to more power. But we have our builders. So I think the next thing we want to do, let's just get this built so we can store more logs. That's going to be very helpful. Oh, and we're out of water. Okay, so let's turn this pump on. Because, yeah, you can see, oh my goodness, the colony is now thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. Okay, water is flowing through. It's actually overflowing our floodgate system. So I think we can raise that to 2.5. So as you can see, this should end up storing a lot of water throughout the network for drought season. Okay, was it temporarily? You can see that the gap when I increased it to 2.5, but it's coming. It's going to resolve itself. I think we'll wait a bit before we raise that up even higher because we are a bit desperate at the moment. But it is what it is. We'll survive. Nothing will ever go wrong in Rivia, except now everybody's very upset about being thirsty. Who knew? As their creator here, their gracious overlord, drinks a little water, just to insult injury. Yes, I actually did have some water there. Cruel master. Okay, so that's not good, but we should be fine. This won't last long. They have access to plenty of food. The water is coming. It is being pumped. But I think as well, I will increase the priority of this third pump so that we can help resolve our water situation as quickly as possible. Building is lacking power. That went away. We have injured beavers now. Well, that's not good. And we are lacking workers. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we just stole them all away from the builder's hut. Oh, that's not good. I think we can steal some from the farming. So let's do that. Let's reduce the jobs there. I would rather have them as builders. There we go. I'm going to turn on another breeding pod because we're going to start having more and more jobs and our water situation will improve. And I'd like to have a few unemployed beavers just so that when an old beaver, let's say, retires to the great beyond, that there is somebody there to backfill his job. Speaking of jobs, this guy no longer needs to be over here, so we can pause him. Oh, it's funny. They built that staircase first. Oh, way to go. Way to go. Okay, let's get that one built. Because I do really want to see how far we can reach. The plan is, unless we can continue planning this out, is to continue the climb. Oh, want a single platform. And we're just going to do a straight shot up. As you can see, a few things to remove. I think it might be a bridge too far, but we will find out. Oh, speaking of bridges, what's our science? 536. Okay, at 4x1, we actually need a suspension bridge. Oh, that's not cool. So, but I think what we're going to do, because I do want a bridge here, because that will reduce the pathing requirements. So we will put, I do want stairs coming down here so that they can do anything they might need to do. Oh, look at this. Now, actually, speaking of priorities, we're going to allocate more beavers to pumping the water to fix that situation. But we can also come up here now to our floodgate system, and we can raise that to 3. And we should still see that overflow. In a moment. Please, overflow. Come on. It should come out in just a minute. It was much faster when I went from 2 to 2.5. There we go. So that is going to be a lot of water that we're going to store for our next drought. So we'll be in a happy position. We'll be even in a better position if we can get water down here. Once we get that, we'll remove some of our trees here. Oh, speaking of remove trees, we can now put a storage. And we can put a log storage here as well. There we go. So that's going to make this lumber industry much more effective, which is good. Water situation is drastically improving by the minute. So I think what we can do is we can turn off these guys so they can go work elsewhere, like the builder's hut. Now, the other thing we can look at while all this is going on is where can we put a hauler's hut? Oh, yeah, this is now built. We can put wood or planks. Wood or planks. I think we'll do logs. We'll just do logs. I know we said we'd leave it, but having the flashing warning was getting a little frustrating already. Now, I wonder... We could put a hauler's hut on top here, but I wouldn't mind. I want to make this usable space, and so for now, we're just going to put a bunch of platforms. So, I'm not sure. So if we come into our labor, get a hauling post. So we could move things again. But, I'm more inclined to put the hauling post maybe up here. That might be worthwhile. No, not loving it. Not feeling that. We could put a hauling post up here, but I don't think it's... Because these guys have got a short shot to the water. Oh my goodness, we still don't even have that made. And we already have another incoming drought. Ay caramba. Drought to drought to drought. Okay, so with that, while we contemplate the hauling post, we're just going to prioritize the building of this reservoir system to hold back as much water as we can. So that should allocate more beavers in that direction. Now with that, I do want to make sure we are getting ourselves up here. So this will be our second priority. So I don't think this episode we're going to solve this, but you can see the plan. Just like getting to salvation, this is designed to get us up here where we would destroy this and then put some levees here or maybe some dams and then have the water flow down. We can put some power wheels here and get the power down and across. Or as well, what we could look at doing, and maybe this is even the better play, we do exactly this, but we then start using this land for our industry. Or maybe pushing it down here, because this would also be valuable farming land as well as we continue to grow, because it'd be right next to the water source. So that is something to do. And if we do get our dirt excavator going, I mean the golems, we could level this out and basically have this as a carved little tunnel going up, once again expanding our area. Ooh, ideas. But that is a little bit away. Okay, so as we come to daytime again, let's see what issues we need to solve. And, oh, Grim died of old age. Do we actually even have Geralt yet? Geralt, have you been born to save Rivia? The answer is no. No, not yet. So, okay. So, no Geralt, no Yennefer, no Trish. So, let's... Sorry, Triss, Marigold. So, what else do we need to work on here? Our water situation before the drought. Maybe we should. Yeah, we're going to turn back on these pumps because we actually do have, water flowing through that we're just wasting. It's just coming out and off the map, so we might as well. So with that in mind, I think we've got 3 breeding pumps going. Pods. Yeah, pumps. Ooh, that would hurt. So, okay, not good. Well, we're having a bit of a food issue here as well. We really don't have any grilled chestnuts. What's going on here? Okay, so we just don't have large enough grilled chestnut groves. That seems to be the problem. Okay, but speaking of problems, this is no longer a problem. We can connect to that. How are we doing? Oh, yeah, that's looking to be a challenge. You can always see that. Well, that's just the beginning of the red. I can't recall how much it goes, but there is a lot of stairs going up. So, yeah, that might be a bit of a problem. But a temporary district. And if you recall the Overlook district from my first series of Beaver Town, basically is abandoned by golems, but we could send beavers up either to sacrifice them or temporarily work up here as we quickly build stuff. So there are options. I'm not too worried, but it is a challenge we'll need to overcome. So that is fine. You get a bit of an idea. So orange to red and how far, but this is a straight shot. So although this guy can get a little further, our district is basically ending here. Now we will gain some more if, and that was a plan, and that's why you see this path is instead of having these beavers come all the way down to across the dam and up, is giving them more connectivity. And I think we'll continue to do that. And actually, why don't we? We're going to leave in some other connectivity markers. I think that's good. In fact, we'll even put a staircase, but we can pause it for now. So it's good to, like, when you've got plans, is to leave yourself little reminders. And this still hasn't been built. We are 3 gears short. Oh, we don't have anybody working there. That would be our gear problem. Okay, make gears, please. At the expense of other jobs. We've lost our builders, so... But now, the builders that we do have, as you can tell, are moving on to really secondary jobs. This is the most important one, though. Build. So the gears... Hopefully we get enough built before the drought arrives. Not that it matters too much. As you can see, a lot of water being stored. But there is an opportunity. And I think this is another great opportunity if we can get anywhere near here to hold back even more water. I think that would be good. How tall is this? So 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 4 to 5. Yeah. So we'll play with that. That is another option. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But things to think about. And actually, another thing I do want to think about is we could put and should put a little bit of food storage up here. Because we do have some jobs and they've got a long walk, so if they are hungry. So why don't we do that? We will put a small amount of, and actually what we can do is if we do it like this, is we can put some carrots here, we can put some grilled potatoes there, we can put some berries here, and we can change these later. We don't have sunflowers anywhere? Thought we did. What's the other thing that we have that we're making? Grilled chestnuts. Okay. And that will allow us to put a small storage on top. So for now, we're just going to go around. And, you know, a small little district for holding a little bit of goods, a little bit of everything that's needed here. Like we do have, in theory, planks and logs. Do we actually need logs? What are these? So let's actually empty the logs. And then we're going to put planks in there. So any planks that we can store, because planks are needed for the tanks. Come on, one more. Oh, 12-day drought. Things are going to get tough here. So that is fine. We'll be fine. So we are going to turn off these pumps. We do not want them to drain any of this water. We didn't get that reservoir built, but they're working hard. And because of the way that main water source works, we still have plenty of water flowing through. So we might be able to store some of this. So I think maybe that's where we'll end things, is we'll see how that goes. Let's speed things up. We do have injured beavers, so let's come into well-being. So we can unlock the medical beds. So my understanding, these will help with injuries. They're more efficient. And let's put these here. If you actually have the medicine, which we currently do not have. And I think as well, next time, we're going to spend a little more time trying to help with the well-beings to make sure that improves, because healthy beavers are more efficient beavers. I think we can also look to put maybe a couple beds there as well. So logs and planks. Not that we've got a large plank production. Most of our planks are going to go towards gears, but that's fine. Oh, that's good news. Well, you can see already fast how this is filling up. We really needed this water tank. Already 115 water and increasing rapidly. So then they can start focusing on these other tanks. So that's fine. We're doing fine up here. Now I do want to get back to having builders, which we do not have. Okay, so that's a problem. We are lacking beavers across the network. So I think we have increased our demand for jobs, and for beavers, I mean with all the jobs that we have, the fact that we have 3 incapacitated beavers. So if we don't, start having a larger population, it's going to be problematic. In fact, yeah, died of old age, died of old age, died of old age, died of old age. We just had 5 beavers die of old age. And we had, within the last few days, only 2 to 3 born. So, yeah. So we definitely need to, I think, rather point now, have the 5 pods going. We'll have to keep an eye on that, because we do not want to have like a job problem like we do here. Like we have free jobs, and that's even with these deep water pumps currently turned off. So not good. Oh, we can now connect this path. How are we doing? How far are we going to get? Well, we're still good. We still might get up. It would be nice, but I think we're going to have to put a temporary district up there, but we'll see. We will see. Now, with that, we can leave ourselves a little bit of assistance. Actually, we're going to wait. We're going to wait to see if we can get up to this level. Because when I say a little bit of assistance, is we are going to need some logs at least to put some levees here to push the water to come down. I could see the value of putting, you know, some dams somewhere here. You know, we could even do it here. Basically square this off. Yeah, so there are options. So things we need to look at, but not at the moment until we get all that resolved. Oh, speaking of resolved, that large water tank, man, it's already full to the brim. These guys are working very hard. So I think what we're going to do is let's prioritize this as a priority here, the second medium tank, so they can focus their efforts here. And that's, I think, really going to help the population here, because we'll improve our water storage. You can already see our logs, the fact that we have 140 logs, plenty of space, which means we can probably have a look-see at our lumberjacks. We might need even more lumberjacks, but we don't have enough population yet, so nothing we can really do at this point. Ooh, the other thing I want to do, let's remove this path, and we're going to put a staircase there as a reminder. We can pause it because we don't need it built at this point in time. Hey, look at this. It's holding a little bit of water back, but we finally got, we can slow things down a bit and enjoy this. We finally got this reservoir built. So it is not huge, but you'll see once this is basically full of water, like there'll be some water that trickles out here, well, probably a lot during the wet season. But okay, so let's come here. We are going to put in a command to get rid of at least some of these trees. I think as well, we can come in and put, we can do this. The thing I want to do is we'll put a path here. Because what we're going to do with the deep water pumps, as you can see, we get rid of these trees. So we do need to get rid of these as well. So let's do that. We'll come in and say, don't replant these. Where are we? Cancel planting. Let's do that. Now, and actually I remove these as a remove command. Let's not do that. So what will happen is once these are harvested, and I wish I could prioritize the harvesting, like please harvest this area first. But we're not in a desperate need until at least these are built and actually the next wet season. But we'll put some pumps here so that we can pump some water out of here during the droughts as needed. So things are going along, and we're already 7 days into the, well, 7 days. We've got 7 days left, I think, out of 12. And we're doing great. I'm actually confidently wrapping up today's episode. So as you can see here, we have accomplished a lot. We've started our path. Now, I'd hope to get power in here, but really we just solved our water problem. So next episode, we are going to focus on seeing if we can get this dammed off, push water down here, start building in a power network, either with the compact wheels or the large wheels. And then we'll probably end up moving our production facilities up here just to make it more efficient. Or here. Anyways, we'll figure that out. So, but we're going to get up here, start pushing water down here, and we're going to have to be careful because we do risk flooding this area. So probably with some floodgates or whatnot. Yeah, that's going to be fun to play with. But there's high risk, but potentially high reward as well. And high risk of the fact that we could just flood all of this, pushing so much water through. So we'll figure that out, folks. We'll figure that out together. So as the sun begins to set here, would like to thank you all for watching today's episode of Rivia. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.